Welcome. In this Industrial Drone Services Australia presentation, today we are going to calculate the cubic volume of a stockpile at this metal scrapyard. This point cloud data was captured using the DJI L1 camera attached to the DJI M300 drone, traveling at 5 meters per second at a height of 60 meters. It took about half an hour to capture this data for the client. The data was then processed through DJI Terra to produce an LAS file and then brought into Cloud Compare software. And this is Cloud Compare. So this is the Cloud Compare software that you're seeing now. And this software is used to do the calculations. LiDAR is the preferred method of calculating the 3D volume over photogrammetry, as it works better with these oddly shaped stockpiles, and you can see that there's a few of those. To calculate the volume of these stockpiles, we first have to put the data into layers. Let me show you what I mean. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn off the off-ground layer, so you can and here we have identified just the ground layer. If I turn off the ground layer, turn on the off-ground layer, you can see all the off-ground layers. So the client wanted us to measure this stockpile here. Let me show you this stockpile here. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn off the ground and the off-ground layers. Just highlighting that stockpile. Currently, you're viewing it in the scalar field view. I'm going to turn it back to the RGB view so you can see the detail. Now, it's a fairly straightforward process to work out the volume on this stockpile. First thing you do is highlight the stockpile and then the ground layer. Go up to Tools, go up to Volume, Compute Volume. Make sure that the ground source is the ground and the above ground source is the stockpile. Then press Update. Here you can see over to the right here, we have the relative height of 9.72 meters. And over down here on the left here in the report, we have the volume. So the volume is 12,242 cubic meters. Obviously, to convert these cubic meters into tonnage, we need to have the density ratio to go from cubes to tons. We had the client weigh the pile and we were within 98% accuracy. So thank you very much for listening. I hope you enjoyed the presentation.